Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the aircraft showcase. Hello, Zakael. Yes, I am feeling a lot better. I took the right meds today. Instead of Benadryl, I took Sudafed. The pressure has been relieved. Um, anyway, we're going to redo the first part of the Raptor showcase because we only got two Raptors in, and then I was like, I need to get off. And then, like 15 minutes after I uh, ended stream, I I took a nap. So good timing on my part. But yeah, so today we're looking at the best real life fighter in this game, the F-22A Raptor. There are 6 variants in this game, I believe. Yes, 6. So let's go ahead and get started with Invasion of Grace Maria. We'll see if we can do a better screen stomp this time.
Attention all.
Alright, so the F-22A Raptor is a fighter. It is unlocked toward the end of the game. I believe, I want to say, either before or after Liberation of Grace Maria. What does Zoki say? Complete Liberation of Grace Maria. Okay. Finally, universe for the kid can actually bag some kills and does it on this. Exactly. So the F-22A is a composite of the latest technologies, including the ability to cruise at supersonic speeds. This ultra-powerful 5th-generation fighter is aptly titled Air Dominance Fighter. Hello, Cross. Thank you. I feel a lot better. The Sudafed is helping. And before people go, oh no, he's high on Sudafed, I took the recommended dose. The one thing I definitely do not fuck around with is medication, because it is way too easy to get screwed over by that crap. Anyway, commanding powerful thrust and stealth technologies, the F-22A represents the leading edge of aircraft technology. As well as being dispenser munitions capable, aka the SOD, high-performance missiles allow it to attack from beyond the range of enemy aircraft. Geared perfectly for aerial combat missions, the F-22A is a powerful preemptive fighter. Hi, Fluff. Welcome to stream. We're redoing the Raptor because I kind of, since I took Benadryl yesterday, it knocked me out. Oh, you don't need to snooze ads, but whatever. But I'm on Sudafed today. Anyway, some real strange stats. The F-22 was manufactured by Lockheed Martin solely for the United States Air Force. There is, in fact, a congressional law that was passed unanimously that says Lockheed cannot sell it to any other country because they don't think, or Congress doesn't think, we could beat this. It was first flown in 1997. The F-22 was descended from the Lockheed YF-22 and was introduced on December 15th, 2005. It was manufactured from 1996 to 2011. And there are 195 Raptors currently built. And it is currently serving. Although what the Air Force will do to it once the Boeing F-47 finally rolls out, we don't know. My guess is it will take over a lot of the duties that the F-15 Charlie is doing. But who knows? I just want the kid to be able to eat. Ads are fun. I know ads are no fun. Oh, hello. Alright. Gotcha. I was just saying, Cross, we were at a point in time where if we got hit with an ads, it wouldn't be that big of a deal because there's no action going on. It's for the military. Plebeians. Although, thank you, Zakale, for the gift sub for Cross. Alright, so... Gonna have to keep it going longer. Yeah, I Lockheed will probably upgrade the Raptor. And like I said, I think the Raptor will eventually phase out the F-15C once the F-47 comes out. Because by that point, the F-15C will probably be old enough and have enough miles on it that it should be starting to be phased out. And two, with the F-47, the F-22, if the enemy shoots it down for some reason, and gets a lucky shot, and they somehow reverse engineer it, it won't be the pinnacle of what it is. Let's see. Here's the thing, Zakale. It will be the Charlie Eagle that would be going away in a phased out. I love the Eagle too. But the Eagle will live on in the F-15E Strike Eagle and the F-15EX. But the Charlie Eagle is nearing the end of its natural lifespan. So if it means the kid gets to eat, I'm okay with it. And let's keep in mind, the Eagle's gonna, or once it finally retires, it will go out with the best kill record known to history, 104-0. Anyway, we're talking about the Raptor. We have perfect air-to-air, near perfect speed and mobility, superior stability, average defense, and below average air-to-ground. Our liveries, we've got the American one, which is the Air Superiority Gray, which is what most USAF fighters or Raptors use. We've got the Forest 3-tone, which I think is I don't want to say it's I don't know if it's an official one or not, but whatever. Legacy Hornet. Let's see. Like I said, I don't know what will happen to the Charlie Eagle. That's just my most logical guess. And then the one we're using, the more blue tonish for the Estovaki SP. We are armed with 250 AIM-9M Sidewinders for standard missiles. 72 AIM-120 AMRAAMs for XMA-6s. 40 AIM-9X Sidewinders for QAMs. And 55 AGM-154 JSW SODs. Oh yeah, the Charlie Eagle will probably live on as an aggressor. It will still probably be exported And it will likely stay in like the Air National Guard. And even the Air Force as home defense fighters. But it stays on the front line, might be coming to a close. Man, I wish I had a reliable way to take on enemies from range in my fighter jet. Humble AIM-9 Sidewinder. The AIM-9 Sidewinder has had a very long and storied career. From a questionable missile when it was first introduced to one of the most fucking reliable heaters in the world.
Garuda team,
right.
Time to take off.
Yeah. And like I said, even if they do plan on replacing the Charlie Eagle with the Raptor after the F-47 comes out, it's not going to be like the Tomcat. It's going to be a phased out. As airframes become unairworthy, they'll just rotate them out. At least that's what I would do.
Garuda 1, you are cleared for takeoff. Don't get overeager. Just do what you always do.
Although, speaking of the Charlie Eagle, I did find a new skin for it for A7.
Runway clearance granted.
It's replacing my spare skin.
Aircraft under airborne command's jurisdiction.
It's basically if someone fused Cypher's livery with the Rosgreaves livery.
Airborne warning and control
And I love it.
system goes down to all scrambling defense craft. The situation has not yet been ascertained.
Yeah, if the Shah of Iran wasn't overthrown, the Tomcat probably would have had a phased retirement.
Garuda 1, you do not have a wingman. Let's see. Shamrock.
We were protagonist wingmans. Meanwhile, Shamrock is the only other F-22. I know, right?
Okay. So I'm Garuda 2. Garuda 1, I've got your back. No time for introductions now, though. Go ahead and I'll follow your lead. Never was good with directions anyhow.
Garuda team, you are authorized to engage any hostile aircraft above Grace Maria.
Yeah, like I said yesterday, I have a love-hate relationship with the Raptor.
Smile upon us.
In the fact that, in real life, I love this aircraft. It is, in my opinion, the best aircraft, or best fighter jet in the world. Because it was designed to kill the F-15C Eagle.
Shamrock. We are currently in a state of emergency. Under attack by unknown forces.
It's just that in Ace Combat, I kind of get tired of seeing it from time to time.
Garuda 1, you call the shots.
And don't get me wrong, I know exactly why it's so heavily used in Ace Combat. It is the perfect plane for an ace.
Garuda 1, there's too many of them. Use your SP weapon. All ships determining enemy forces over the bay. Get those anti-air guns ready for battle. We interrupt this program for an emergency news report. Grace Marion is currently under attack by unidentified aircraft.
Well, the
A
FAXX that the Navy's going for, I think the
Got an ID on the invaders.
the smart money is on Grumman getting the contract. Well, Northern Grumman. And if that's the case, it will probably be named after one of Grumman's legendary fighters. My hope is for the Hellcat.
Level has been reduced. You should be able to hold out against them.
Garuda 1, we've almost got him. Let's do this one plane at a time.
Hi Ross, welcome to Stram. I am feeling a lot better today. They could go with the Tomcat too, but I don't know. I love the Hellcat, and I would love to have a Hellcat too.
Watch your necks out there. Stick with close-range targets and run them down.
Yeah, I'll probably be cat themed. Also, for the future of the showcase stuff, I originally wanted to do Project Wingman off the PC, but I don't know how to get the mods to rework. Vortex is not responding to it, so we're probably gonna do it off the PlayStation.
Launching missile. Missile missed.
Which is fine. It'll be more accurate to the lore, so whatever. But A7 will be on the PC, and it will feature the mods. And I have, for all my skin mods, I have meticulously gone through all the ones I've downloaded and recorded their artist, and I will shout them out. Both in the video description when the archive goes up and on the Discord. I'll eventually get the mods for Project Wingman to work again. I think I'm just gonna have to manually do it through Sakar or PSM. But I've had a whole bunch of other stuff on my plate, so I haven't really put much time and effort into it. But the next showcase after A6 is done, so in a couple weeks, we'll start A7. Then we're gonna do, after A7 we'll do Ace X, and after Ace X we'll do Joint Assault, and after Joint Assault we'll probably actually do Assault Horizon, because I can actually do that now. And then finally, after all the Ace Combats are done, then we'll do Project Wingman. Oh yeah, I am showcasing the Nosferatu. That is my baby. I will showcase. I mean, I showcased in Ace 5 the Falcon and the Wyvern. It will take a long time. Because there's a lot of planes, including the DLC, and I've got Megalith's End of Deception mod on there. So I have the Ace X original planes on there too. I don't think I'll be doing multiplayer cross because it's a showcase, but I appreciate the offer. And next time I do a multiplayer stream, I will definitely call for you. Hi Sly, welcome to stream. This is totally the first time I'm doing this week, and not that I passed out halfway through the one yesterday due to allergies. Alright, Sly. Go get foods.
Missile was evaded. Keep an eye on your 6 o'clock. Missile struck target.
Incoming missile confirmed.
Enemy aircraft downed.
I've also been thinking about seeing how the PS2 emulator works, how much memory it takes, and see if I can figure out how to rip the ROM from a PS2 disc so I can actually emulate Ace 4 and Ace 0.
Threat level is even lower now. Drive them out of Ameria.
Yeah, there's a lot of flankers in Ace 7. In fact, I would have actually been okay with them taking out the SU-30 M2 and putting in the MiG 1.44.
Attention all aircraft, we are ready for Nimbus launch. Begin the countdown. Booster ignition complete. Launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire!
Nimbus! God, this is such a great first mission. Invasion of Grace Mary is the best first mission of any Ace Combat game. Fight me. No, the Felon is definitely not a flanker. In fact, it has more Raptor in it than flanker. It's like the Russians took a look at the flanker and tried to copy the homework, but couldn't.
What the hell was that? Where are they coming from? Enemy cruise missile incoming.
Those are no ordinary cruise missiles. Evade like hell if you want out of this alive.
Also, we have a full
Damn it!
assault bar.
What about Grace Maria?
Let's see how many striggers we can get. One rim on the 57. I mean, I used to love the 57 because I didn't know any better. I ground out A7 so I could get the Fallon as fast as I could because I wanted the pulse lasers.
Spotted on radar. You don't want to know how many.
This is Strigan 12. Strigan 4 is down. Strigan leader is hit. Are you alright, sir? Happens. My plane was taken quite the hit. I couldn't fly like this. Grace Maria is now under our control. All planes return to base. Strigan 4, I'm leaving you in charge.
Got another one.
Roger, Lieutenant Colonel Check. I'll take command from here. Make it, sir.
I think we got 7.
This is Ghost Eye to all
I want to say
planes.
we got
Air
7.
Defense Command has ordered an evacuation. You've been ordered to give up Grace Maria. Break away from
Yeah,
this
the
airspace
strange
and head
real
west.
version of the Felon is still a top tier aircraft.
We are military.
The real life version of it,
Comply with
well,
the
let's
order
just
and head
say it reminds me more of the Fox Bat than the Raptor in terms of height.
The plan is to withdraw, meet up with all remaining forces from each area, then regroup for a counterattack. We can't afford to lose you. Follow the order. What are we supposed to do now?
All right.
This is Garuda 2 to Garuda 1. We really should get out of here.
I know I should, but I want to take out that Hornet. All right, let's go.
Garuda team, break away from this airspace and head west.
Yeah, I would take a lot of what the Russian manufacturers claim about their aircraft with a grain of salt. Just like the Chinese. Because both of them tend to oversell their stuff's capabilities. Whereas America has the exact opposite problem. We undersell our stuff's capabilities. And then Europe just, they don't oversell or undersell. They just say what it can do. You know, at least what isn't classified.
Destruction because of your valiant efforts, but our capital, Grace Mary, and our central, the nation of Estovakia, once our intelligence has been sorted.
All right, we got 6 Striggans. Okay, so 2. That's still better than last time. But we let 2 get away. All right, so last time we tried San Loma for the next one. But I'm going to be honest, I didn't really like it because the SVDs aren't that great against ships. So we're going to do Bartolomeo. Every time Raz kills a Strigan, an angel gets their wings. That's funny. Alright, so the next one is the Heroes of Ace Combat X, Griffith Squadron aircraft. Mobility and speed have been exchanged for heavy armor and increased anti-personnel weapons payload for an assault on Laceth's high-security military compound, the Archelon Fortress. Its peace shattered, and its armed forces smashed by the sudden Laceth assault. Aurelia places its fate in the hands of the Griffith Squadron. The actions of their captain and the emblem he bore would earn them the title of Nemesis. To their enemies. To their friends, he was the Southern Cross. Now, as you can see from our stat block, we have a perfect hexagon. Every stat is perfectly balanced, as all things should be, at 80 points. This is to reflect how in Ace X, the player, aka Griffiths 1, is the one that decides where Aurelia's initiative should go. And so, to reflect that, his plane needs to be perfectly balanced, a jack of all stats. Because you never know what situation you're going to get into. Nemesis is pretty weak in terms of their title. It is. Especially compared to some of the other ones. My favorite official Red Baron title is Demon Lord of the Round Table. That's just fucking baller. Another one that's good is the Grim Reaper. The Ghosts of Rosgreaves are also pretty good. 3 Strikes is just fucking iconic. In fact, I kind of like 3 Strikes better than Ghosts of Rosgreaves. Because it's a lot easier to say. And I like the unofficial one they give Talisman. Angel of Ameria, or Archangel of Ameria. Get back to the Raptor. This Raptor also has an altered payload. We keep the same number of AIM-9Ms, but we lose we lose 10 AMRAMs, 10 Sidewinder X's, and we gain 15 JSWs. And then the wiki Yeah. Wiki basically says the same damn thing. Angel to a nation, demon to another. Yeah. Well, what are demons but fallen angels? Anyway, we're gonna start with the XSX, then switch over to the SODs.
Talisman, which plane should I pick?
Not fit a trigger with an eagle after his fight with Lehigh. Unrealistic to say he just painted over the said lines. Yep. I mean, it's my headcanon that Trigger gets the eagle after first contact. Because we see the cutscene, and that's actually Avril's escape plane. Anyway. We're going to give Shamrock the XSX to start with, but once we hit the mission update, we're going to switch it over to the QAM.
Are we ready to fly with these planes? Garuda team, time to take off.
This is Ghost Eye to all planes. Initiate invasion of Bartolomeo Fortress.
But this one, well, this livery existed in Ace X, which came out slightly before Ace 6. They were both worked on at the same time. This one has the higher definition and the more detail because it's an Xbox 360 game, not a PSP game.
Use the Operation ID device when the battle gets too heavy. Your radar display can be toggled for each operation.
Yeah, Snakepit is actually on the field. And once we complete his operations, he will be our pocket AWACS.
Garuda team, give Snakepit some cover. Fox Battalion is heading
Giving
for the
us
first checkpoint at a
ESF.
steady pace.
Fail, Sam Driver. And you love how everyone's fighting. Yeah, that is one of the best parts about Ace 6 is that you really get the feeling that you are not alone on the battlefield. You have friends, not just your wingman, but the entire military's got your back.
Warlock Battalion is approaching the first checkpoint now. Fox Battalion is approaching the first checkpoint now.
Enemy chopper unit confirmed. We'll need an air unit to take it out for us. There they are. Launch!
Fox Battalion has arrived at the first checkpoint.
Number 3 is down.
Warlock Battalion has arrived at the first checkpoint.
All pilots, encircle and protect Snakepit. My right wing is full of holes. Commander, requesting permission to retreat.
In gun range.
His wingman ate both
Radar
missiles.
lock. Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you! Keep providing cover for Snakepit. Don't get overconfident. That train's got some wicked firepower.
Time for some hot lead from above. Captain, I've got a frag. Disengaging. Leave it to me. This one's mine.
Yeah, in this one I can really feel the lack of speed.
Don't let him get up alone.
However, you do get a lot more in defense, so it's not a bad trade-off. It's just not something you're expecting in a Raptor.
Anti-aircraft gun destroyed.
We need to stay spread out.
1, Fox 2.
I'll take care of this one.
Because the Tomcat can actually outspeed the Griffiths Raptor.
Need to provide cover. Fox 2! It missed. We have air support, so let's keep advancing. Space is relatively secure now.
Alright, we're gonna head to Quox.
Enemy elements have been
First,
shut
we're gonna
down
switch
throughout
to our
mission airspace.
SODs.
Well done, Garuda team.
Fire away and stay focused.
Talisman, don't be afraid to request allied support.
Yeah, what's our time? We have 23 minutes before I need to redo the party. That's true. That Hornet did fly in front of the sun.
Garuda 1, you're approaching the return line. Maintain your
Unfortunately,
current heading towards
I have
flight.
gun.
Garuda 1, begin landing checks. You are cleared to land.
When it comes to allies kill stealing, I'm okay with it as long as it counts towards my overall point total.
1 mile to touchdown.
In A6, allied kills count for the same point total as your own kills, because you're all working together. In A7, however, for annihilations, allies kill stealing is actually a bad thing, because you don't get, or their kills don't count towards it.
Garuda 1, begin landing checks. You are... Garuda 1, you
So
are
I
cleared
think
for
that's kind of
takeoff.
stupid. Why they make it like that? I don't know. It made sense in Infinity because you're a mercenary group, so you are competing in lore with your fellow pilots. Competing because whoever has the most kills and points gets the most or the biggest payout. So of course you're trying to maximize your
ESM is
payout.
active.
But in A7, you're all working for the OADF. You're not getting any bigger payout. So there's no competition. Because hello Foxhound, welcome to Strap.
Force Battalion is under attack. Give them some backup.
Just be a better pilot. You'll be fine.
Warlock Battalion
That's
is a little
basically
over
the
halfway to
same thing
objective
as get
point.
good
Just a little
scrub.
longer. Warlock's Battalion is heading for the second checkpoint at a steady pace. SOD launched. Warlock's Battalion has lost half its forces. The situation is getting worse. Garuda team, give Warlock's Battalion a hand.
Gotta kill the choppers.
Warlock Battalion has arrived at the second checkpoint.
My rotor! Our target's dropped! I can't keep up! This is no time for gold feeds!
The mission is going as planned. We're
I
about
ended up
halfway to the
quitting
objective.
a Infinity
Warlock's Battalion is approaching the second checkpoint now.
because I just ran out of. I couldn't devote as much time to it as it needed, so I fell behind. And since it's a life, it was a life
Anti-aircraft
service
gun
game,
destroyed.
you kind of had to keep up with it.
Shut down! Fox 2. Ceasefire! No need to strike anymore!
Warlock's Battalion has arrived at the second checkpoint. Warlock Battalion has lost half its forces.
All forces are still doing fine. We can still fight.
Watch out! They got a lock on you from the ground.
Missile strike confirmed.
Point me in the right direction. I'm not very range, but I'll give it a shot.
Ground target destroyed. Warlock Battalion is hanging out by a thread. All planes, provide cover immediately.
Warlock Battalion, respond. Can you read me? Respond.
Radar lock.
Fox 2.
Yeah, usually you
Garuda 1.
on
Fox
Bartolomeo, you're gonna lose either Alpha or Bravo. Whichever one you don't get to will
Watch out!
lose.
They got a lock on you from the ground. I got a lock. That Sam is history.
Full throttle. We gotta get over this one.
Garuda 1 launched SOD.
Left side, incoming.
All right, Ross. Thank you for the lurk.
Talisman is locked on.
Hang in there. Here, hang onto my shoulder. Fox 2.
Enemy facility was destroyed.
It missed. We're at the objective point. Fox Battalion. Everyone okay?
Fox Battalion has arrived at the objective point. Mission accomplished. All planes, move on to the enemy fortress. Ground unit, continue engagement.
Roger. Talisman, it's time to mop the floor.
All right.
2 unknown enemy fighters have been detected. 2 enemy fighters approaching.
Roger. Initiating sweep. Those damn areas. They don't know where they're beaten.
A Reaper's emblem. Those are the aces who attacked Grace Maria.
Shamrock, go kill it.
There's only 2 of them. Now's our chance to take them out.
Garuda 1, begin landing checks.
All right, we're gonna keep our SODs, but we're gonna give Shamrock QAMs.
Garuda 1, you are cleared for takeoff.
Hang in there. Just a bit longer.
Connecting ESM for Garuda 1.
Locking on. Garuda 2 launched missile.
Talisman is locked on. SOD launched.
How do you shake me off?
Enemy vehicle has been destroyed.
Fox 2.
Watch out!
Just 2
We got a
fighters.
lock
Who
on
do
you
they
from
think
the
these
ground.
guys are? Ow.
Enemy
Whack.
missile.
Whack.
David, can you hear me?
Whack.
I'm going up. This place is ours.
Enemy facility taken out.
How could that have missed?
Enemy fortress threat level has been reduced. Garuda team, don't let your guard down. Missile missed.
I'll take care of this one.
Damn it.
Fox 2, Fox 2. Enemy chopper shot down.
Watch out!
Jesus!
Lock on you.
Did you see Snake Pit too?
Lock on.
Lock on. Anti-aircraft artillery taken out.
Whoever's piloting Snake Pit, oh my god. E-767s are not supposed to be able to do those maneuvers.
Yes, bagged another enemy.
That's some joint assault level
Enemy fortress
bullshit.
threat level is even lower now. Maintain current level of engagement.
Gorilla team, we're in good shape too. Let's turn this place out.
In gun range. Our
Actions
self-propelled
of kill,
artillery is moving to engagement.
the 2 Striggans in this mission are really hard to kill, even for Shamrock. Because technically, I mean,
Launching
they're
missile.
able to be killed, but you're not really
Enemy
supposed to be
facility
able
was
to do it.
destroyed.
Watch out.
They're
The
more
enemy
of a
has lock on
bonus.
you.
I'm tailing him. I'll get him off any second.
Talisman is locked on.
Oh, rolling scissors. I hate these.
Enemy kill confirmed.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
Ground target destroyed.
Snake Pit was pulling its heavy 3. Went for a bomb.
Lock on.
He was pulling a Jay Zemer. For those of you who don't know who Jay Zemer is, well,
The enemy fortress has just
he's
about
featured
had it.
on the
Our ground
Dogfights
unit almost has
episode
it under
Long
control.
Odds and a Fat Electrician video about old 666.
Now he's shaking me off.
Watch out. The enemy has a lock on you. Commencing lock on.
Anti-aircraft gun destroyed. Look out! Missiles closing in.
It's not gonna hit. Yeah. These Striggans can just straight up outrun your missiles, and it's fucking bullshit. The only surefire way to kill them is the EML.
SAM kill confirmed.
This one's mine. Lost my lock.
Watch out. The enemy has a lock on you.
SOD launched.
Also check right into
Enemy hit.
our allies. Yeah, but I don't really make it a priority to kill these Striggans just because of how hard it is to do.
Ground target destroyed.
And the fact that they're not TGTs, I don't care.
Bartolomeo Fortress is under our
Unless you're
control.
trying to get the
Nice
Allied
work,
assault.
Garuda team.
Or the assault record.
Too hard. You're stealing all our guns.
In which case, the easiest thing to do is just use the Nosferatu and snipe them with the railgun.
Time to celebrate. Crush you into time.
Premiering
all
arcade.
planes. Initiate invasion of Bartolomeo Fortress.
We have successfully retaken with the successful execution.
All right, so
about
for
to
the next
begin
mission,
to
we are
Syria.
going back to invasion. Because this one is quite possibly the best air-to-air plane in the game. I would say it's even better strictly air-to-air than even the Nosferatu. And once I show it to you, you'll probably understand why. The Heroes of Ace Combat 4 Mobius Squadron aircraft. Fated with single-handedly maintaining air superiority, this aircraft's armaments know no parallel. However, necessary reduction of armor has resulted in low damage control. A lone pilot, Mobius's battle record exceeded that of an entire squadron. Mobius 1 is Ace Combat's version of Wedge Antilles. And if we look at his stats, you'll know why. Perfect mobility, perfect speed, perfect air-to-air, near perfect stability. The only downsides are average air-to-ground and almost no defense. However, if you get hit, that's on you. Call that a glass cannon. Yeah, it's definitely a glass cannon. The wikis basically saying that it's a very hazardous aircraft to fly for inexperienced pilots. Yeah, it is. But the benefits that an ace can stand to gain from this, oh my god. And just flying it is one of the best experiences you'll have in this game. It is worth flying this, but if you get hit, that is on you and it may. Yeah, it does. I mean, if you get hit, that is on you, and because this aircraft gives you every opportunity
Garuda
to
team,
not
time to
get
take
hit.
off.
Every tool you need.
They took out King's Bridge! Who's attacking? What the hell is going on? Control, get those planes up fast! Roger that. Preparing for takeoff.
Also, I really do like the livery for Mobius 1. It's very reminiscent of the American low-vis, but it's got that slight bluish tint. The cockpit isn't gold, and the ribbon emblem is the piece de resistance. Compared to the Nosferatu, how ungodly maneuverable is this thing? You'll find out. But maneuvering in this thing is a dream. A good dream. Like I said, I think this is the best air-to-air plane in this game. And I am ranking that above the Nosferatu. The only reason why the Nosferatu in general is above the Mobius 1 aircraft is because the Nosferatu is technically a multi-role. Fair enough. But in terms of pure air-to-air, the Mobius F-22 is unique.
So I'm Garuda 2.
Hopefully slides back from his food. Because this is as close as he gets in A6 to his baby.
Never was good with directions anyhow.
Garuda team, you are authorized to
Since, you know, the Wyvern isn't in this game.
Roger that.
Talisman and Garuda 2 Shamrock. We are currently in a state of emergency. Our nation is under attack by unknown forces. Do whatever you can to fend off the invasion.
Garuda 2, roger that. Garuda 1, you call the shots.
This is Commander Windhunter of the 15th Squadron. The enemy is expanding its field of attack. Stay alert.
Garuda 1, there's too many of them. Use your SP weapon.
Imagine if they made any classes if you're flying over them. That would be cool. It'd be a lot of programming for him to do, but it would be cool.
We interrupt this program for an emergency news report. Grace Marion is currently under attack by unidentified aircraft. The damage apparently extends throughout the entire capital.
We've got an idea.
All right, the Rafales have been spawned.
With the Estovakian military. The Estovakian threat level has been reduced. You should be able to hold out against
But also due to the insane level or stats in the air-to-air, the lock-on and damage per missile has actually been increased.
Unbelievable. I say we teach him a few manners before we kick him out.
Yeah, I know that Ace, for example, Ace 5 has the Mobius skin for their F-22, but the Ace 6 one actually makes you feel like you're Mobius because of how dominant you are.
Garuda team, watch your necks out there. Stick with close-range targets and run them down. We have radar lock-on.
Garuda 1 bagged an enemy.
Welcome back, Sly. We're in your favorite DLC plane in this game. The Mobius Raptor.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you. Shamrock.
Or at least I'm assuming it's your favorite.
Enemy aircraft down.
Lock on.
And just flying it is so great. Like, you don't feel like there's any restrictions on your maneuverability whatsoever.
In gun range.
That's it. Let's get this over with quick.
We're gonna. Oh shit! That's right. Okay. There's that better.
Careful now. The enemy
The party died. That's what it was.
Missile was evaded.
How's the stuttering now?
We have radar lock on.
Stuttering, no stuttering. Log on. Yep, it was the Xbox Live Party. It was 2 minutes overdone.
Watch out!
So it had been gone for about 2 minutes.
Enemy down.
You weren't here when I said it, but I actually think for pure air-to-air, this beats the Nosferatu,
Missile struck target.
the Mobius 1 version. Because it can perform maneuvers the Nosferatu can't. Oh, I know. That's why I said just pure air-to-air. Overall, yeah, the Rosgre's CFA 44 is the best.
Enemy kill confirmed.
But for pure air-to-air, I think this is a better
Missile
aircraft.
strike confirmed. Radar lock. Target hit.
Pick prototype or aces over Rosgre's just could look cooler. I mean, I can see the prototype. The aces is just air superiority gray. And I find that one boring. But I really do like the Rosgre's black livery.
Don't waste any time. Nice kill.
But performance-wise, the Rosgre's CFA is the best.
In gun range.
Because it gives you the maneuverability of the vanilla one, but the defense of the
Enemy
prototype.
down.
That's what I like to hear. Our Air Force is holding down the enemy.
Oh yeah, the Aces one has 1/3 the ammo
Estovaki
counts for
threat
all of
level
them.
is even lower now.
It sucks
Drive them
that
out of
way.
Bavaria.
Wilco.
It flies fantastic though.
Saigon to Stricken team. We are prepared to launch.
Like if you wanted to do a free flight and just
Operations once your delivery is complete.
have fun with the Nosferatu with no fear of G-Lock, then use the Aces. But other than that, no.
Begin the countdown. Booster ignition complete.
But that we'll go over that in more detail next week when we showcase my baby. Too bad there's no MiG-31. I'm actually okay with the fact that there's no MiG-31. I do not like the thrust brick.
What's this? Missiles.
Number 3, your radio's down. Number 3, where are you? One of your cruise missiles just detonated in midair. Half our planes have been wiped off the radar.
What the hell was that? Where are they coming from?
Alright, Shamrock is coming closer. We have a full assault bar.
Damn it!
Who's ready for a stomp?
What about Grace Maria?
Whatever helps you sleep at night, Foxhound.
Hey, I'm on your side. Isn't your IFF working?
Warning, additional enemy planes have been spotted on radar. You don't want to know how many.
This is Strigan 12.
Activate the stomp.
Moving to engage. Strigan leader is down. Strigan leader is hit. Are you alright, sir? Damn it. My plan has taken quite the hit. I don't think I can fly like this. Grace Maria is now under our control. All planes return to base. Strigan 2, I'm leaving you in charge. Roger, Lieutenant Colonel Butchek. I'll take command from here. Hope you make it, sir.
This is Ghost Eye to all planes. Air Defense Command has ordered.
Oh, we
an
didn't get all of them.
evacuation. You've been ordered to give up Grace Maria. Break away from this airspace and head west.
But I have 13 AMRAMs left.
Comply with that order.
We are militarily at a huge disadvantage. Comply with the order and head west.
We're not going anywhere.
Listen, it's only temporary. The plan is to withdraw, meet up with all remaining forces from each area, then regroup for a counterattack.
Well,
Can't afford
at
to
least
lose you.
one. We
Follow
might
the
have
order.
let 2 go. I don't know.
Garuda 1. We really should get out of here.
All right, we've emptied our AMRAMs, so let's go ahead and get out of here.
Garuda team, break away from this airspace and head west. Garuda team, you're about to exit the combat zone. Maintain your course west to leave the airspace. Garuda team, you've made it out of the combat zone. Head for the rendezvous point.
I promise we'll be back for you. Just a little longer. I promise.
All right. So as fun as that was, all good things
Our
must come to
military
an end.
has escaped destruction because of your
5
valiant
Striggans.
efforts on the
Damn.
battlefield. But our capital, Grace, and the nation of Estovac, in response, the Republic of
Although we
Illyria
got a lot more
unanimously
kills.
adopted a resolution of open
Other
war.
kills,
Our forces
so I'm
remaining on
okay with
once
this.
our intelligence
We
is
still got the S rank. That's all that matters. All right, next up, we're going to Sipley Field. Because I want to show you off the lack of ground capabilities with the Rosgrees. Like every Rosgrees aircraft, we have a +5 or +15 to defense, +10 to stability, -10 to air and air to ground. Basically, the Rosgrees pack is for those pilots that just want a little bit more defense without sacrificing too much. Also, I like how the cockpit goes to kind of almost greenish. Don't really fly this one, huh? Not really, no. Because usually when I'm flying a Raptor, it's the Mobius 1.
Garuda 1, which plane should I select? How about my weapon? Are we ready to fly with these planes? Garuda team, time to take off.
That is the correct answer. You are correct, sir.
Ghost Eye to all forces.
Yeah, I liked all the Rosgreaves liveries. They all look cool. But they're usually the middle of the pack for most most aircraft.
Garuda team, provide cover for our troops on the ground and eliminate all Estovakia ground
Some,
forces.
however, are better than
Choose
others.
any area you want to cover. Cross the return line if you
Like
need
the
supplies.
Rosgreaves
It's at the south end of the
CFA-44.
airspace.
They've got way more guns
That
than
one's
us.
just
Great
blatantly
confidence booster, huh?
overpowered.
Let's get
And
on,
I love
Garuda
it.
One.
Still gunner ship. Moving to engage the enemy across the river. Requesting support. Initiate on fire along with the artillery battalion. Did you know 100% of our operational forces are out on the battlefield? I love it. It's the bet of a lifetime.
Use the Operation ID device when the battle gets too heavy. Your radar display can be toggled for each operation.
This is Yellowjack. Chopper unit. Confirm self-propelled artillery across the river. Good unit to Yellowjacket. They've got too many anti-aircraft guns. We can't get in close enough. Don't let up the operation. We must keep them back at all costs. We don't have much time. All it takes is make quick work of these guys.
Don't let enemy forces reach Warlock Battalion. Take them out before they cross the bridge.
Enemy forces are down to 50%. Keep it up. Fighter pilots, do you read me? Those are some fancy moves. We'll take out the rest
No.
like that.
Raptor's almost too fast to be an effective anti-ground
Ground target has been eliminated.
aircraft. But it was designed in real life, again, not to be a multi-role. It was designed to kill the unkillable. It was designed to kill the F-15. And it can do it. In every simulated dogfight between a Raptor and an F-15, the Raptor wins handily every single time.
Those guys are reliable. Still gunner ship. Ready to attack main enemy forces from the west.
But
Roger that. Garuda team,
actually,
cross to a different unit.
the Rafale was able to beat the Raptor in a war game. Yeah, a war game.
About to contain the main enemy
Where we told the Raptor pilots, you have to wear the drop tanks. You can only engage
Ghost Eye to Garuda
the
team,
enemy,
listen up. Aircraft
quote
that
unquote,
have already
enemy,
completed their operation objective are being
when
sent
you
your way.
visually
Call them in
identify
when you
them.
need backup.
Looks like they've got some anti-aircraft guns in the mix.
God, the weapon killed me. I think it's absolutely atrocious that the kid has not been able to eat. One, because it would finally shut up those frickin' you know, tankies that think that the Raptor ain't all that shit,
Box 2.
and that for some reason that the F-15's kill count doesn't count because it was against MiG-29s and below. Well, it's not our fault that when the F-15 was in its prime, the Soviets had nothing that could even come close to countering it. No, I would love to see the Raptor take on flankers, eat them up for breakfast, and then have the tanky goes, what the hell?
Enemy tank has been destroyed.
All tanks, it's time to lever this up. Take them all out.
Hello, blues for the red sun. Don't want the Raptors to go. I get what you're saying, Sly.
Watch Battalion is a small-scale unit. Don't let the enemy surround them. They'll need the best backup you
If
have to offer.
the Raptor does go up against flankers, that's probably a bad thing because that means the world's even more fucked than we already know. But yeah.
Talisman, don't go thinking we can win this war all by ourselves.
The Rafal did not beat a bunch of Raptors. The Rafal got a morale boost in a war game. Because what the Raptors being forced to wear the drop tanks for the entire engagement was take away the Raptor stealth. The Raptor pilots not being able to engage until visual confirmation was obtained meant they could not use their beyond visual range capability, which was the only way the Rafal stood a chance. So basically, the Raptor went into those war games with both hands tied behind their backs.
Missile struck target.
Reason being, we wanted the Raptor pilots to face the worst case scenario. We also, didn't want to reveal just how powerful the Raptor actually is. You don't engage enemies blindly. Modern radar, especially with AWACS, means that you don't necessarily need to visually identify your targets anymore. And in fact, visually identifying your targets is a detriment to most aerial battles, because that's what got Phantom pilots killed. Yeah, we have IFF systems for a reason. If they aren't squawking a friendly, you clear it with AWACS, and then you engage. But even if they did, if the Raptor pilots were still forced to go visual confirmation only, if they weren't allowed, or if they were able to fly without the drop tanks, the Rafals never would have picked them up. Ever. So it was the fact that they were wearing the drop tanks. That is what secured the win for the Rafals. Nothing to do with the Raptors or their pilots. Suppose any allies get their IFF data right. Actually, yes. If you're working with allies in a coordinated AO, you're damn right you give your allied IFF data to any allied AWACS in the field. That way your allies don't blue on blue you.
This area has been cleared of enemy forces. Mission complete. Get back to base.
Yes, you do!
That's one step closer to Grace Marion. Garuda 1, I've got a hunch we'll be going home a lot sooner with you.
If you want to minimize friendly fire incidents and you're working together, why would you not give your allied nation your IFF data?
Ghost Eye to all forces. We're about to engage enemy units on the other side side of the river from multiple angles.
That way they don't shoot you. That's the only reason. Or to spite your allies. So,
Thanks to
you know,
your efforts,
if
we have
you
completed this
don't...
mission successfully.
Is that what?
And
Yeah,
many
that's what
forces
NATO's
were able
for.
to extend to the center of Kesed, expanding Estevakia
France and
forces
America
across
are
the
both
front line, and have
NATO
this mission should have
members.
given them a good taste of what our forces are capable
In
of.
fact,
Soon we'll be
France
able to drive
frequently
all Estevakian forces out of Kesed.
does cooperative war training with the United States in naval operations where American aircraft will land on the French carrier and French aircraft will land on the American carriers because they're the only nations that can fucking do that. Case doesn't play. In case Blues, if the United States and France were going to go to war, they would be going to war together as allies in NATO. So yeah, the Rafales would have the Raptor's IFF data and the Raptor would have the Rafale's IFF data. If they pick up a bogey that isn't squawking friendly IFF, the Raptors are cleared to kill. That is the American fighter doctrine. They do not need visual confirmation. Why are there falls flying over my house? But anyway. Next up. I mean, you can whatever me all you want. This is my tism. I'm not going to back down. Next one. We're going to go with Vitose just because it's... whatever. Probably not, but because I am autistic, I don't pick up a lot of hidden subtext in text. Well, he's saying that there's no reason why the Raptors would fire beyond visual range because they would need visual confirmation in an actual war. I'm saying that's not how that works. Whatever doesn't say much. Okay. The Raptors' fighting capability is largely theoretical because no one wants to fuck around and find out. However, the one combat instance we do have on record is when the Iranians were trying to shoot down some of our drones that just so happened to be escorted by Raptors at the time. The Raptors flew in under the Phantoms, did a visual confirmation of all their weapons, flew right beside them because we technically weren't at war with Iran at the time, and broadcast in the clear, you should go home now. With the lead Raptor on the lead Phantom's side, so they are literally side by side, and the wingman Raptor having both Phantoms in weapons lock. So the Phantoms had no fucking idea the Raptors were even there until they announced themselves. So, if they wanted to, the Phantoms would have been dead long before they got a target lock. Yes, acted on a rule that we must visually confirm all times we done killed so many civilians in trans. Well, Sly, part of that reason is a lot of our targets for the drone attacks were valid military targets. It's just that they have a horrible habit of using fucking human shields.
put an end to
So
this.
we either take the shot and acknowledge we're getting civilian casualties, or we just let them go to kill much
Air
more
units are to
civilian
cooperate
targets.
with our radar facilities and resume operations.
All right, it's a kill.
An enemy takeover of Vitose would mean the ultimate destruction.
And yeah, we've had a lot of actual mistakes because of bad intel. It happens. But overall, the United States does a much better job of trying to limit civilian casualties than any other country. And when we do fuck up, we feel bad about it. And we try and prevent it in the future. The same can't be said for other countries. Looking at you, Bear. In your fucking special military operation. Anyway. Next up, the Indigo Wing. And the reason why we're on Vitose is the Indigo Wing doesn't really have a lot of things special about it. And before Ukrainian F-22s. Sly, if any other country were to get F-22s, it wouldn't be Ukraine, it'd be Poland. Because Poland has tried to buy them in the past. I mean, it would definitely swing the air war in not Russia's favor. But I just want the war to end before the nukes go flying. Because, as Sovereign has pointed out in the Project Wingman playthroughs, when a nuclear-armed power starts to really lose, mutually assured destruction goes out the window, and they just, you know, say, fuck it. If we're dying, I'm taking the world with me. Yes, we already did a Mobius one. Mutually assured destruction. Sly, if the Russians believe they're going out, it becomes the fair. Okay, now I see what you're talking about. Yes, yes, it becomes not theory but fact. But anyway, let's see here. The Indigo, the only thing special about it over the base is the fact that it has maxed out heaters. And the missile color is blue. I know it says Indigo, but it's fucking blue.
Which plane should I select? How about my weapon? Are we ready to fly with these planes?
And I want to get to the Idolmaster. Dabba-dee. Dabba-die.
Time to take off.
Well, so how much longer do we have on this? We have 30 minutes for the party needs to be reset.
Those bombers have passed through the mountains and are still on course for Vitose. They're here. Head back to the base if you need supplies. You can land
Yeah.
there at any time.
Yeah, the main reason why I know the Raptor would be pretty much undefeatable in the skies is it was designed to kill the F-15. But most importantly, Congress, after getting hold of the Raptor's specs, unanimously passed a law, both houses, to prevent Lockheed Martin from exporting this thing. This is the same country that is run by its military-industrial complex and loves to export its fucking weapons everywhere. We're not letting anybody have this one.
Connecting ESM for Garuda 1.
And you cannot convince me that it's because we don't think we can beat it. Yeah, Cross, when I was mentioning that during my Project Wingman streams, whenever we get to Consequence of Power, the Sovereign says this is just the logical conclusion of what happens when a nuclear armed power begins to lose. They say fuck it and nuke.
Get on the scene immediately. Radar lock.
And if Ukraine ever got Raptors, hell, if Poland got Raptors, I'm pretty sure the bear would get scared enough to launch the button, or to push the button. And quite frankly, yeah, I'm pretty sure that 90% of Russia's stockpile probably won't work. But I'm not willing to take that risk when just one missile has at least 12 warheads. That's 12 cities gone. I am not taking that risk.
Second enemy bomber is down.
Yeah, all you need is one to work. And that's 12 cities. Just gone.
Box 2. More enemy bombers incoming. There's quite a few this
Oh yeah, the missile trails on this Raptor are fantastic. I mean, we dismantled a lot of nukes, but I'm going to be honest with you, Cross. Most of the nukes that the United States had dismantled were old and reaching the end of their shelf life anyway. And we've replaced them with newer models.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Keep up the good work.
I have it.
We've also lost quite a few. Not as many as the Russians, but still enough that we should probably be a little bit concerned.
Box 3. Lock on. Enemy kill confirmed.
Honestly, if you go into in depth in the history of lost nuclear weapons, you'd be amazed at, or you'd be kind of shocked to realize we survived the Cold War. Because statistically, we probably shouldn't have.
Take out those bombers first and foremost. Don't worry about the escorts.
Also, we're talking about nuclear weapons. I'm probably gonna get demonetized, aren't you too? Well, fortunately, the access we have had, the nukes haven't detonated. Some of them were duds. Yay. Others we don't know because we don't know where they are.
Keep an eye on your 6 o'clock.
Oh, it's not a cynical pill, Cross. It's historical fact. We've lost nukes. Again, not as many as the Russians have.
Bomber number 8 confirmed.
But there is one instance where a bomber, I forget which type it was, but it was flying over the states, transporting a nuke, and it accidentally dropped over Appalachia.
Enemy bombers are approaching the city. Intercept.
Luckily, it wasn't armed. So all that happened was impact damage. And I'm pretty sure we were able to recover that one. But still,
Enemy bomber formation is confirmed.
that's not exactly
To say you handled things well.
Yeah, it was over North Carolina. Something Fallout.
Roger that.
Yeah, that's not exactly
Action. That's pretty harsh.
a high mark in Strategic Air Command's history. Oh, we couldn't find it? Ooh. So yeah, the rednecks have it.
The enemy bombers have been intercepted. Enemy aircraft.
I
around
don't
the
think it
Keswick
was
perimeter
pilot
have been
error that
significantly
caused it to drop. I
Our
think it was
forces have
a
taken
mechanical
advantage of this
error.
opportunity to
Where
arrange a
the,
swift counterattack. We expect the best
the-
from you.
The bomb just dropped. Oh, and Nugget is showing off the Rafale Idolmaster model in the Discord. Let's see here. Looks like he doesn't have any special weapons put on it. Maybe, I don't know. Oh wait, no. This one he might. I don't know. Oh yeah, someone definitely took the blame on that one. But fortunately, while SAC didn't highlight it, they also didn't sweep it under the rug. They just kind of reported on it. Wasn't classified, but they didn't really announce it. And it was people finding out or just going, what the hell? Yeah, there's been a lot. All right, we're going to go to Salumna Peak for the final one. And we've got... how many minutes left? In my... 21 minutes. Okay.
Our forces have expanded.
I'm going to
Slovakia's
go ahead and
military
restart
forces
the
in
party.
Anya will gradually start to diminish.
And that way it'll cover us for the final mission. All right, we're covered. And our final raptor is the Idolmaster Haruka Amami. This aircraft's habit of racing on ahead often puts it in the face of danger, but its friendly and positive nature make it a natural crowd favorite. Stat-wise, Haruka, yep, it's red. This is actually one of my favorite Idolmasters. It's also the final Idolmaster we're gonna see in this series. But we've got +3 to mobility. Speed and air-to-air have been maxed. We get a +5 to air-to-ground, +5 to stability. We lose 92 AIM-9Ms. We gain 11 AMRAAMs. We gain 16 AIM-9Xs and 25 AGM-154s. Those are Haruka's vital stats. 158 It's not pounds. It's... Is that grams or kilograms? I don't know. And then the vital statistics are the weapons. Or the special weapon. But this one... All Idol Masters have a quirk. This one has rapid acceleration and deceleration. Also, it has a Mobius ribbon. We're gonna have the XSX.
How about my weapon? Are we ready to fly with these planes? Garuda team, time to take off.
But this is also in Assault Horizon. But that one is pure red, like both top and bottom. I don't like that, so I've recolored it to be black on the bottom, as the Lord intended.
Nice work, Garuda 1.
Yeah, look, there's the Mobius ribbon. And there's swords on the bottom. Here. Are those katanas or tantos?
It's like waiting in line for the restroom. Plane 2, check your air band 120.95.
All set, Garuda 1. Disconnect.
Yo, Talisman, save some for the rest of us.
All units, return to formation upon refuel.
Now this is what I call a squadron.
Come on, it's payback time.
Grace Marriott dead ahead.
All right. So the main thing about this one is to realize it is going to be very easy to get into a G-lock. Because you accelerate fast and you decelerate fast.
Added that our angels in from Cassette have joined up with the American military in Silvat. Oh yeah. They are charging in like rhinos, folks. I think a lot of positive things are about to happen.
Every enemy that gets in the way, show no mercy.
Warning, enemy presence detected on radar. They know exactly what we plan to do. All planes, assume attack formation.
We can hardly see a thing. We've got mountains right below us. Watch your altitude, Talisman.
This is Snake Pit. I'm moving in as close as I can to our fighters to give the best possible support. Snake Pit to all planes. High-speed aircraft detected. They're approaching this airspace at high altitude.
Ghost Eye to Snake Pit. Keep
Jeez,
close
we're
tabs
just
on the route.
annihilating these guys.
Garuda team, you saved our hides. Now help us drive out the rest.
Snake Pit, you brave mad bastard, you. Yep.
There's something about those moves. Something I saw back in Grace Marriott.
You're really something, Garuda 1.
Luckily, this one, while it's easy to get into G-Lock, it's also just as easy to get out of G-Lock. Because unlike some planes that have problems with G-Lock, it's because of stability issues. This one is just because you run out of speed. Real quick. All you need to do is speed up again and it's like, oh, yeah. You're out. Because this plane is actually very stable. Those gingerbread cookies? Ha! Nice.
Watch out, I'm gonna brake hard.
Yeah, out of all the Idol Masters, I think my top three are Chiaya, the F-15, Haruka, the F-22,
We have radar lock on.
and the A-10 Driftmaster 9000. Ritsuko, I think, would be 4th, the FA-18. And then 5th would probably be Isuza, the Tomcat.
Garuda 1, ESM is active.
Every other one starting to get where their quirks are not as good. Well, I kind of wish the Tornado and the Nosferatu had Idol Masters. But oh well.
Nice kill.
I can see why the Nosferatu didn't, because it's a strange real plane, not
I've got a new aircraft on radar. This must be a
not a
wave of
real life
attacks
plane.
aimed at Warlock Battalion.
But the Tornado probably should have had.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you! Incoming missile, break!
Launching missile. Missile was evaded.
Oh, hell, not now. Bring me a spare quick.
I do love the missile trails on this one.
I've got a lock!
In gun range. Keep an eye on your 6 o'clock.
Yeah, the Raptor is actually one of the few aircraft in A6 that I actually don't hate any of the variants.
Approaching Warlock Battalion at high speed.
The F-15 is another one. I loved all the F-15s. But yeah, every other one, I've got variants that I absolutely hate. Even the Nosferatu, I don't like all the variants.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you!
Aircraft coming in on radar. Coming in high and fast. A supersonic bomber. They seem to be on course to Class Battalion. Intercept those aircraft before
Sometimes I wonder about
Radar lock.
the stats of enemy AI planes, because I don't think they correlate with the player's version.
Missile strike confirmed.
Like, in A6, the Tomcat is not a very maneuverable aircraft. But yet, the enemy TGT Tomcats seem to be able to maneuver with flankers. Which is a little bullshit in my opinion.
Bandit at my 12! Locking on!
I'm still in this one. No way I'm leaving without a kill. First two.
I think I stalled at the exact right time. I stalled out of the missile trail.
That's what I'm talking about. That was a little too easy. It's not over yet. Keep your eyes open.
Love when that happens.
Look how reckless that pilot is. This doesn't look good.
Talisman's not reckless.
Enemy bomber approaching Fox Battalion. This is not going well.
Enemy plane in gun range.
Sucks not being able to exploit the high G turn to its fullest. Because you lose too much speed. Because this damn plane's quirk. Throws off my game a little bit.
As smooth as always, Garuda. Thanks for the cover.
Shamrock, go kill.
I've got lock on. Yes, bagged another enemy.
I didn't see it in the kill feed, Shamrock. Oh, there we go.
Enemy jammers are set up to reduce our missile and radar capabilities. Watch out.
I think I just bagged a jammer. There's signal jamming.
No, you didn't. I did.
Shoot down all the jammers. Missile closing in. Watch out for the shockwave. My radar's back to normal. Take out the rest just like that. Out there. The jammers aren't phasing them. Do the Americans have a new special weapon?
Second
Yeah, it's
jammer
called the
down.
Mark 1 eyeball. Talisman's different.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
I tagged one.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
ACM's active. Situation normal.
Third jammer down.
Yeah, they take credit for the jammer kills. Yeah, I know.
Let me handle this.
It is, but it doesn't bother me as much as it used to,
Fourth jammer
because I
down.
still get the points for it, and that's all that really matters.
Lock on. Fired.
My radar hasn't cleared up. Are there still jammers out here?
And technically, I get credit for their kills too, so. Eh.
Careful now. The magic's starting to wear off.
Target hit. Fifth jammer down. Talisman is locked on.
Now it's our turn. Fan out and crush them. My radar's all clear. Seems like those jammers are down. Quite a feat under those conditions. Our second wave of enemy bombers is penetrating our airspace. This one looks on course for Quest Battalion 2. Roger.
Just look at all those missiles. Those planes are fucked.
What the? The enemy's starting to back off.
They won't get far. The chase is on. Target acquired. Commencing attack support. Sorak, commencing attack. Damn, he evaded my missile.
All right, we're gonna take out a few Tomcats. Then we're gonna head back to base to rearm both me and Shamrock with Sidewinder X's.
Enemy down. We have radar lock on. Garuda 1, Fox 3. I've got something on radar. That's odd. Multiple small objects flying at slow speed through the airspace.
Whatever. Small, big, bring 'em on.
Other aircraft are... Wait a minute. Warning! Cruise missiles incoming! All planes break!
What? Missile hit. 3 o'clock. All aircraft stay sharp. Look out.
Those are the same missiles used to wipe out Grace Maria.
The Nimbus is unstoppable. Ion can
Is the Nimbus unstoppable? Is it really?
All planes, cancel offensive and retreat. Garuda team, escort our planes out of there.
You gotta be kidding me. How are we supposed
Multiple
to defend
small
that?
objects flying.
Their
So
missiles are being
speed
guided by
to the
observation
airspace.
planes. Shoot them down on the
He's got the
attack
house
side.
fly
Each
upgrade.
missile's estimated range of impact shows up on radar.
Yes, Ghost Eye can
Observation
now
point should be
detect
located right in the center of that range. Garuda team, shoot down
insects,
those observation planes.
like
You've got to
actual
hold out
insects.
until all our forces have been safely evacuated. Range of impact confirmed on radar. The observation plane must be right in there. Garuda 1, you're approaching the return line. Maintain your current heading to return to base and resupply.
We've been slow enough to finish the mission. Yes! In fact, I think that happened in the Burkett episode. One of the times I did this mission with the Burkett, I didn't get all the drones, but I still passed. But the Burkett, I don't know, I just don't like the Burkett. Also, I think I was distracted by chat going off on a tangent. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I didn't have any idea until I started streaming that that could happen. No idea that I hate the Burkett. Yeah. Yeah, I do not like Burkett. He's an asymmetrical piece of shit.
Garuda 1, ESM is active.
This one's fine.
Garuda 1, Fox 2. Garuda 1 destroyed the target. Talisman has locked on.
There you go.
Nimbus ready to fire. Commence countdown.
10 observation craft remaining.
These guys are unmanned.
Might have actually been the Miki EX that I ran into that problem with. Which is actually one of the better performing versions, to be honest.
Friendly aircraft are pulling out. It won't be long now.
I've got lock on. Fire. Try and evade that.
You're reminded of that other experimental swept forward wing prototype from... You mean the Grumman X-29?
Radar lock. Garuda 1 launched missile.
Yeah, the Grumman X29 actually is the final evolution.
Evacuation's still not complete.
Well, one of the final evolutionary branches of the Northrop F5. The other one is the McDonnell Douglas FA-18.
About half the observation planes have been destroyed. Keep your guard up. Garuda 1, Fox 2. We have radar lock on. In gun range.
I can feel the explosions all the way here.
Garuda 1, Fox 2. Live observation
I'll take the
craft
damage for the kill.
Mayday! I've been hit! She's out of control!
Garuda 1 destroyed the target. 4 observation craft remaining. Garuda 1, Fox 2. 3 observation craft remaining.
If only we could have shot him down at Grace Maria.
Almost made it! Hang in there!
Two observation craft remaining.
I have him. Shamrock down the target.
Just 1
Yay.
observation craft remaining.
Way to go, Shamrock.
All operation planes are down. Well done, Garuda team.
All right.
I guess
And
we
with
managed
that,
to pull it off.
the Raptor
Gotta do
episode
something about those missiles,
has
or
come
there
to a
won't be Grace
close.
Maria to get back
All
to.
that's left is to rank the Raptors.
The Stovies are on their way. They're not.
Thanks to your great cover, but our unit, we're wait.
All right. We'll go ahead and go back to this one.
Attack.
Okay, so all these or I want to make it clear, I love all the Raptors in this. None of them are bad. It's just these are ranked against each other, so something has to be on the bottom, and that something is the base. There's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't bring anything new to the table. And every other one in the game brings something better. Number 5 is Indigo Wing. Same stats as the base Raptor. It's just got 800 fucking Sidewinders. Also, I do like the color. I mean, this is one of the few monotone color aircraft I actually do like. because it's a great color. And it's a great plane to begin with. Number 4 is the Razgrees. It adds defense to the Raptor that it sorely needs. Well, not sorely needs, but it's welcome defense. And the stat that's most hit is the air to ground. But why would you be using the Raptor in air to ground anyway? Number 3 is Haruka. Haruka is a great aircraft. It's one of the best idle masters in the game. Its quirk is extremely manageable. It can throw you off if you're not used to it. But it's a great aircraft. Like I said, one of the best idle masters. Number 2 is the Griffiths emblem. The jack of all stats may not necessarily be the master of all, but this comes damn close. If you don't have the Nosferatu and are trying to do a fighter only playthrough, the Griffiths emblem is your friend. You know, if you don't want to use our Lord and Savior RCL, like you're not trying to commit a war crime. But it is perfectly balanced, as all things should be. The only noticeable drawback of this is the speed, which actually is still pretty damn fast. It just feels slower compared to the other Raptors. But you can lock on to ground targets a lot easier on this one. So, take some, you lose some. And of course, that leaves the number 1. The one you probably expected. The Mobius 1 F-22. This thing is a pure dream to fly. Yeah, if you get hit, you're pretty much fucked. But if you get hit, that's on you. As much as I hate to say it, get good. You know, there's this. This is just so fun to just fly. Kind of add to that the XMA6s and the QAMs. This thing is the best air-to-air fighter in the game. And I say it even goes above the Nosferatu in pure air-to-air. I mean, there's a reason why Mobius 1 is legend in Strange Rail. And I believe that this DLC in A6 perfectly encapsulated. I mean, you feel like the most badass, accomplished ace behind the wheel in this thing. Okay, that's all the time we've got for today. In a couple hours, we'll go ahead and stream Batman Arkham City. It's mainly just going to be doing some Riddler stuff now that we have the freeze grenades. Then on Saturday in Cyberpunk 2077, we're going to be doing shit in the Badlands. Gigs for Dakota, side quests, and just culling the Wraith population as a civic duty. Sunday, in the insanity of Victor Shepard, we're going to be doing stuff on the Citadel in Mass Effect 3 before heading to Priority Surkesh to rescue the female Krogan. Then on Monday in Final Fantasy X-2, we're going to be primarily hunting in the Calm Lands so we can catch Chocobo. Then we'll move on from the Calm Lands, wherever the guide tells us to go. Wednesday in RoboCop, we're going to chase down our leads on the Street Vultures leader Spike, who is a convicted cop killer. Then Wednesday evening, with the Floof crew and Sniper Elite Resistance, we're gonna be putting a stop to the chemical superweapon that I forgot the name for, because more importantly, we're going to be continuing the campaign of testicular destruction, because well, we shouldn't let the mid-century Germans breed. And then next week on Thursday, in the final episode of the Ace Combat 6 showcase, we're looking at my baby, the pride of Estevakia, the CFA-44 Nosferatu. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. I hope you had fun. And thank you for bearing with me yesterday when I wasn't feeling that great. I really appreciate it. Have a great afternoon. Hopefully I'll see you tonight. And if not, I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.